Right now, your head is resting on something you have never once cleaned properly. You wash your sheets. Maybe you wash the pillowcase. But the pillow itself, the actual thing you press your face into for roughly 2,500 hours a year, that thing hasn't been touched. And inside it right now, there's an entire ecosystem, not metaphorically, literally, millions of living organisms, some of which are eating you. And by the time we're done here, you're going to want to burn that pillow. Now, before you panic, your pillow isn't trying to kill you in some sinister sense. Nothing has a plan. But the conditions inside a normal pillow, warm, dark, humid, fed nightly by your own body, create one of the most hospitable environments for microscopic life that exists anywhere in your home. And most people have absolutely no idea what's actually living in there. Let's start with the most famous resident, the dust mite. You can't see them. They're about 1/4 millimeter long. But they don't need to be seen to be a problem because dust mites don't bite you and they don't carry disease directly. They do something arguably worse. They eat the dead skin cells you shed every single night, and then they excrete waste. A lot of it. A single mite produces around 20 waste droplets a day, and those droplets contain a protein that is one of the most common triggers for allergies and asthma on the planet. Multiply that by an average pillow population that researchers estimate can range from thousands to over 1 million mites, and you start to understand why so many people wake up congested and have no idea why. But here's the part that should actually bother you. It's not just the mites you should be worried about. There's an old, often repeated claim that a pillow can double in weight over a few years purely from dust mites and their waste. That specific number gets debated by researchers. But here's what isn't debated. A widely cited UK study from the mid-2000s that examined synthetic pillows found something genuinely startling. Every single pillow tested contained fungal spores. Multiple species. Some pillows contained over a dozen different types of fungus growing inside the filling. Warm, damp, dark, undisturbed for years. That's not a description of a pillow. That's a description of a petri dish. And the reason it stays damp isn't complicated. You sweat while you sleep, even on cool nights, even if you don't notice. That moisture soaks into the fibers and never fully dries out between uses, because who takes their pillow outside to air out? Add saliva. Add the natural oils from your skin and hair. Every night, you're not just resting your head. You're feeding the thing you're resting it on. Now here's the part that genuinely surprises people, even people who already knew about dust mites. Pillows aren't just fungal and allergen factories. They're bacterial ones too. Independent testing on used pillows has found colonies of Staphylococcus, and in some cases strains related to E. coli on pillow surfaces, not because anything is unhygienic about a normal home, but because human skin and mouths carry these bacteria naturally, and a pillow is in constant, prolonged, warm contact with both. For most healthy people, this isn't a dramatic health crisis. Your immune system handles ambient bacterial exposure constantly. That's normal life. But for people with compromised immune systems, chronic skin conditions like eczema, or respiratory conditions like asthma, this buildup isn't neutral. It's a nightly, sustained low-grade exposure to allergens and irritants for 8 hours, right next to your airway. And here's the ironic part. The materials designed to make pillows more comfortable often make this worse, not better. Memory foam retains heat and moisture more than older fiber-filled pillows, creating an even more stable microclimate for mites and fungus to thrive in. The upgrade can be the problem. This is also why allergists have pushed pillow replacement guidelines for years. Most recommend replacing a standard pillow every 1 to 2 years, not because the pillow wears out structurally, but because of exactly what we've been describing, a slow accumulation nobody can see happening. So the next time you collapse face first into your pillow after a long day, remember what's actually underneath you. It's not just fabric and fluff. It's a warm, dark, moisture-fed habitat that's been quietly building an ecosystem for as long as you've owned it. Dust mites feeding on you, fungal spores multiplying in the dark, bacteria settling into fibers that never fully dry. Your pillow was never trying to kill you, but it was never innocent either.